Just imagine, over 1 million years ago, someone, an ancient human ancestor, crafted a stone tool on the island of Sulawesi, Indonesia. But here's where it gets really intriguing. How did those early hominins manage to reach Sulawesi when it was separated from mainland Asia by a vast, treacherous sea, and before boats were even invented? The answer challenges what we thought we knew about ancient human migration. A groundbreaking study led by Indonesian and Australian archaeologists has just unveiled evidence that pushes the timeline of human crossings into Wallisia's islands back farther than ever before. Published in the esteemed journal Nature, these findings stem from the recent unearthing of stone tools on Sulawesi, dating back at least 1.04 million years. The implication? Early hominins must have somehow navigated the formidable Wallace Line, the famed barrier dividing Asian and Australasian species, much earlier, and possibly without any crafted vessels. Why does this matter so much? The Wallace Line marks an invisible boundary slicing through Indonesia's Lombok Strait, separating ecosystems and evolutionary stories on either side. East of it sits Wallacea, a region that's functioned like a laboratory of isolated evolution. Here, creatures, including now extinct human relatives, evolved in total separation from their Asian or Australian kin. Think of Homo floresiensis, the so-called hobbits of Flores. These ancient human relatives were astonishingly small, likely a result of island dwarfism from evolving on a remote patch of land. And on the Philippine island of Luzon, another mini hominin, Homo luzonensis, lived around 700,000 years ago. But let's get back to Sulawesi. Until recently, the oldest traces of hominin presence there were stone tools dated to roughly 194,000 years old, discovered at Talapu. However, the new finds at Calio shatter that record. Archaeologists, led by Budianto Hakim from Indonesia's National Research and Innovation Agency BRIN, excavated 7 unmistakable stone artifacts from ancient river sediments in a present-day cornfield. Picture early humans striking rocks together with purpose, chipping off sharp flakes for tools, an act that leaves marks so distinct they can't be confused with anything caused by natural forces. And thanks to cutting-edge paleomagnetic dating and associated animal fossils, we can say with confidence these tools were left behind over 1 million years ago. Still, this discovery stirs up as many questions as it answers. The truth is, Sulawesi at its closest was still 50 kilometers from the Asian mainland, even during periods of lowest sea level. For context, that's far beyond the swimming capabilities of these ancient hominins, especially when factoring in strong currents. And do we really think Stone Age humans engineered boats this early? Most researchers doubt they had such skills or foresight. Controversial point. Could ancient humans really have made such a perilous journey intentionally? Or here's a twist. Was their arrival just a wild accident, riding mats of floating vegetation, much like rats and monkeys are thought to have done? Maybe these early explorers didn't set out with ambitious plans, but simply survived after being swept away by storms or floods. Which brings up even more mysteries. What happened to those pioneers once they made it to this huge island, more than 12 times the size of Flores? Did they shrink like the Flores hobbits? Or did they blaze a completely different evolutionary trail thanks to Sulawesi's rich landscape and size? We may never know until we find fossils of the tool makers themselves. And this is the part that most people miss. The broader human saga in these islands remains full of unknowns. What will future discoveries uncover about how our ancestors moved, adapted, and survived drastic environmental challenges? So what do you think? Were these ancient humans clever innovators, accidental castaways, or something else entirely? Could early hominins really have crossed open sea without any technology? Or Does this push the boundaries of what we believe possible? Share your reactions or theories below. Do you agree with the accidental raft hypothesis, or does a missing piece of the prehistoric puzzle still elude us?